Okay, so I know that I just did a book haul, but hear me out. My order from Book Outlet came in the mail. Hey everyone, so my name is Allie and welcome to my channel, and today, like I just said, I'm going to be doing a book haul. So if you've been keeping up with me in the past few days, you'll know that I went to a book sale and that I also have a Book Outlet shipment that just came in. So I have quite a few books that I have to show you guys. And by quite a few books, I mean like 17 books. So it's definitely a lot bigger than my normal book hauls. And that's mostly because I would say 98% of them are from book sales or Book Outlet, so they were all heavily discounted. Therefore, I'm kind of trying to justify it in my head that, okay, I bought like a lot of books, but most of them were on like really, really deep sales. So it's kind of like I didn't buy as many books as I actually did. Also, I know that I'm going to buy another big bookshelf, so I'm kind of like, well, it's not going to be so bad this time, but I'm going to try to stop buying books from like now on. There is like one or two other new releases that I really want to get, but other than that, I'm going to like really stop myself from buying any books because I have so many now and there are so many that I just need to read. The good thing is though, is that I have read so many books from my shelves this year that like I'm getting really down on my TBR. So that's the good news, but I really should stop buying books. With all that being said, let's just get right on into talking about these books because there are a lot and it's going to take a while. So maybe you want to like, you know, grab a seat, snacks, a drink, whatever you need, just get comfortable and let's go right on into the book haul. Okay, we're gonna start off with the Book Outlet books. I got 9 books from Book Outlet and that was when they were having their sale where like you could get a certain like coupon and whatever. I ended up getting only 10% coupons, so I just kind of was like, fuck it, let's just get the books and whatever, you know. I really tried to get like the 50% off coupon, but that wasn't happening for me that day. So the first book that I have in this stack is Grace and the Fever, and I am really, really excited about this book. I've heard some really great things from some of my friends on Twitter, and this is kind of like a boy band-ish kind of book, which sounds really interesting to me, and I love the cover of this book. It looks kind of almost like an adult cover, which I actually don't know if it's adult or young adult. I'm not really sure, but it sounds like a book that's right up my alley and I think it'll be really, really interesting. And yeah, I was super into boy bands like back when I was younger, like a teenager. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to like this book. The next book that I have is 10 Things I Can See From Here by Carrie Mack. And I don't know a lot about this book. Like I keep having to look at the synopsis every time I like think about, oh, am I gonna buy this book? Am I not gonna buy this book? Whatever. And again, I've kind of forgot what this book is about. Okay, so it seems like the main character struggles a lot with mental health issues, and when her mom ends up getting a job in Haiti, she is sent to Vancouver to live with her dad. And so I'm guessing that just everything else that ensues goes from there. And it sounds really, really interesting, and I was looking for some more books that deal with mental health issues, and I think that this will be a really good book to try out. The next book I have is one that I heard from Rocky from Blonde with a Book, and that is In Some Other Life by Jessica Brody. So basically, from what I understand of this novel, it's about a girl and she has 2 choices to make, and she ends up taking one of the choices instead of the other, and now she's kind of wondering what would have happened if she had taken the other chance. And this sounds really, really interesting. I know this has to do kind of with choosing high schools or choosing, you know, different kind of lifestyles and everything that comes along with that, and it's just so interesting. And I think that, and from the way that Rocky talked about it, it just sounded like something that I might be able to relate to, and I'm really excited to get into this book and see if I enjoy it as much as she did. I'm just noticing that I got so sunburnt today, like holy moly, this is so red, like look at that. Whoa, I got real sunburned today. I just like didn't even realize it. The next book I have is one I'm really, really excited about, and I actually didn't realize that I had gotten it in hardcover, but I guess I did. And that's The Midnight Star by Marie Lu, and this is part of the Young Elites series, which I just finished the first book like a few weeks ago, and I absolutely loved it so, so much, and I'm really, really excited to get into the next 2 books. I've heard some mixed things about the next 2 books, but I have really high hopes that I'm going to like it. And yeah, I'm just really, really excited to get into the rest of this series. The next book I have is one I'm also really excited about, and that is Geek Arella by Ashley Poston. And I have been having my eye on this book for so long, and I have always wanted to read it. And I had wanted to read it from the library, but I could never find a copy of it at my library, so I just like never really got to it. And I found it on Book Outlet, and I'm really excited to get to it. And I was looking for something kind of like Fangirl or Eliza and Her Monsters, something that has to do with popular culture, and this seemed right up my alley. And it's also a Cinderella retelling, which I really love any sort of like fairy tale retellings, especially if it's going to be Cinderella. It's one of my favorite stories. And this one seems really interesting, and I just want some like popular culture fangirly type of books. The next book is kind of the reason why I even made this order in the first place, because I'd had this in my cart for so long, and then I realized that it was the extended edition, which means that it has like more content than the first book did. So I'm really excited. I got The Ring and the Crown by Melissa De La Cruz. Finally, I have my own copy of this book. I read this book like I think when I was about 18 or 19, all the way back in the day when it first, like near when it first came out. I actually read it from the library, and I freaking loved this book so much. I fell in love with it. Like my every waking moment was filled with thoughts of this book for some reason. Like for some reason we just clicked. Like it was just like I read this book and it was everything I'd ever wanted in a book. It was amazing. It was supposed to be a series, and then the second book never got released. So I'm pretty sure that with this copy of The Ring and the Crown, there is an extended edition, so it has like, I'm guessing just more of the story. I'm not really sure where it starts and where it ends, but yeah, this sounds really interesting. Anyway, the fact that it was supposed to have a sequel kind of like ate away at me all of these years. So I'm really excited to kind of get to see this story end in a more put together, wrapped up way. And I'm definitely so excited to get to reread this because it's been a really long time, and I absolutely loved this story when I was like a teenager, and I think I'm going to absolutely love it still. Like I really have high hopes for it, and I don't think that I'm going to change my opinion of it. And there's so many characters that I just think about on the daily, and this book has literally the best book trailer I have ever seen in my life. It is incredible. It is amazing. Go watch it. I'll link it down below. It's amazing. It'll make you want to read the book, I swear. The next book I got from this Book Outlet haul was This Adventure Ends by Emma Mills, and I'm really excited to get to this as well because I haven't really read any of Emma Mills' books, and a lot of people seem to like them. This one seemed to have the most like mixed reviews, so I'm really interested to see where I fall on this, like do I like it or do I not like it. And this cover is so gorgeous, and it just kept calling to me, and I just really wanted it. And this seems to be a really character-driven novel. It's about a girl, and she moves from New York to Florida, and she makes this group of friends, and it just kind of talks about their friendship and their life together. So it's going to be really interesting. I do love character-driven novels as long as the characters are strong. So I'm really intrigued to see what I think about this book. The second to last book I ordered from Book Outlet is A Curious Beginning by Deanna Rayborn. I'm pretty sure I heard a booktuber talk about this book, but I can't remember if it was Peru's project or if it was someone else. I really honestly can't remember. This is actually an adult novel, so I'm really like nervous about getting into this book. However, the synopsis sounded really intriguing to me, and it kind of sounds almost like a Charlotte Holmes book, kind of like a Stalking Jack the Ripper, sort of like in the vein of those kind of books. So I think I'm going to like it. It's pretty short, and I love the cover. Like I couldn't not get it because of the cover. It's just so gorgeous. So I'm really intrigued. And if you know me, you know I'm kind of iffy about adult books, but I have really high hopes for this one. And the very last book that I got from Book Outlet is The Heist Society by Marie Lu. And I got this one in a paperback because I thought that The Midnight Star is going to be in paperback, but that's okay. And I'm really excited to get into this as well. I don't want to talk too much about it, so here it is. Alright, so those were all of the books that I got from Book Outlet, so I'm gonna move on to the rest of the books. The next two books I got are new releases that came out both on September 18th, and I'm super excited about both of them, and I think you guys know which books these are. The first new release that I got was Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco, and this book is one I have been anticipating since last year. I am so excited. I'm supposed to be getting the pre-order prizes in the mail at some point, which I'm really excited about. And if you don't know, this is one of my all-time favorite series. I absolutely love Stalking Jack the Ripper, and I freaking love Hunting Prince Dracula, so these are definitely books that are like right up my alley. And if you haven't read them, go listen to them as an audiobook because they are literally amazing, and I love the voice actress that does the reading. She's incredible. She also does Jacoby by William Ritter, and I'm so excited about this one. It's set in a cruise ship, which is like, I am so ready. My body is ready, my mind is ready, my heart is ready, and I need more Audrey Rose in my life. I just love her. And the second new release that I got was Annalee in Real Life by Janelle Milanes, and I am so excited about this one as well. So when I heard about this book, I knew I had to get it. So I got it when it was released, and I am just really ready to get into this. I'm actually adding it to my Latinx Book Bingo TBR, so I'm going to read it soon, and I'm so ready to get into this one. I know it's about kind of role-playing and being online, and that sounds really interesting and definitely something that I'm interested in, so yeah, definitely excited about this book. And the next 6 books, I'm just going to talk about them really quick. I'm just going to, show them to you guys, maybe say 1 or 2 things about them, and then that's it. Because I did mention them in my last vlog, so if you want to see more of these books, then go watch my last vlog. And yeah, let's get right on into the books. I have Everything by Nicola Yoon. I really wanted to read The Sun Is Also a Star, but they didn't have it at the book sale, so I got Everything. And I've been really needing to read this because I haven't even seen the movie, haven't read the book, and I feel like I'm a little behind on that. The next book I got is also one that I feel pretty behind on, and that is Heist Society by Ali Carter. And I've always wanted to read this book, like even when I was like a teenager, like a young teenager, I had wanted to read this book, but I just never got around to it for some reason. And now I'm finally getting around to it because it's pretty short and I think it's something that I might enjoy. The next book is 99 Days by Katie Cotugno, and I was going to buy this from Book Outlet, but then I ended up taking it out of my cart, and I guess the universe just wanted me to have this book because I found it at the book sale, and I'm so excited to actually get into reading this. The next book I got was You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone by Rachel Lynn Solomon, and this is another book I've been wanting to read. I was going to read it from my library, then I just never got around to doing that, and then I found it at the book sale, so I guess these are just a lot of books that kind of just fell into my lap and were like, hey, I'm the universe and I want you to have this book, so here it is. The next book I have is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, and I have been wanting to read this book as well. I mean, there's a running theme here. And I was just so excited to find it at the book sale, and I was really shocked that they even had this. It's like a beautiful hardcover, it's in great condition, and I'm just so excited to get into this book because I have been wanting to read it for so long. And the very last book is one that I have been trying to read for a very long time, but I just don't think that I can actually get into this book's audiobook for some reason. It just seems like way too long and jumbled for me, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to read it in a physical copy. And that is The Diviners by Libba Bray. And I've actually tried to read the audiobook twice before, and it just hasn't really worked out for me, so I'm going to try it in a physical copy. And hopefully I will get into this book and love it because it's definitely everything that I'm really into, like anything occult or spooky, things like that. And I'm definitely really interested in getting through this book and getting into the rest of the series because I've heard so many good things about it. I'm really happy to finally have my own copy of this book. Whoa, that was a really big book haul. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And in the comments, please tell me to stop buying books because I need like the accountability of not buying books. And yeah, that would be super helpful. Another thing that would be really helpful is if you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, go follow my Instagram, follow my Twitter, friend me on Goodreads, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!